we stated this very early on as commissioners, is that there would come a day sooner rather than later in Canada where no child would be able to go through a school system in Canada without knowing this important part of our country's history. This is not Aboriginal history, this is Canadian history. And so today, through the publication of our historical report, we do not pretend that it is an exhaustive history of residential schools in Canada, but it is a comprehensive summary of what has happened, how it came to be, what the realities were, and what the legacy has been.
As the Minister of Education for the Northwest Territories, being given a copy of the Interim Report of the Truth and Reconciliation by Justice Mary Sinclair, Commissioner Wilson and Commissioner Littlechild, in the hopes that that tool will be used in promoting education within the school systems in the territory and to influence others in Canada. And here he is, he's going to speak now. Back in the day, we wouldn't have been allowed to speak such a beautiful language. Beautiful.
First of all, I'd just like to say thank you for the invitation, and we're proud to be a partner on this very important initiative that's before us.
Well, it's great to see this report coming out. It says a lot of the things that I've certainly talked about and what I've heard being mentioned in sort of various parts of the country, including here in Sioux Lookout. And really, what is it that we want to do? We want to be able to have meaningful dialogue. We want to be able to create awareness. So it all boils down, if I could sum it up, it's all about communication. And how we do that? Well, you could use the churches, you could use the schools, as in this case here, with the minister from the Northwest Territories, the education minister, talking about how they're going to work on implementing school curriculum and so on. That's very significant step, and we need to take a lesson and pay heed to what they're doing, and that kind of thing happens right across the country here.
But it is for all Canadians that we undertake this work as well, because the children of the survivors and the children of the non-Aboriginal population of this country are the ones to whom we are going to give the challenge of reconciliation in the future. Reconciliation is about establishing a proper relationship between Aboriginal people and non-Aboriginal people in this country. And the question that we are now going to be asking to Canadians is, what should we do about this? What should we do about what it is that you have learned to this point in time about residential schools? What is it that we should do about the nature of the relationship that has evolved to this point in time in this country between Aboriginal and non-Aboriginal people? And how should we be talking to and about each other? So we challenge Canadians now to begin to think about reconciliation and to ask yourself, what kind of country do you want to leave for your children, for your grandchildren? And we ask you to remember, it took us 130 years, 7 generations, to get to this point in time, for all this damage to occur, for this relationship to become what it has become. It may take us that long. It may take us longer to fix this.
I hope not.
To do what it is that we must do. We must commit ourselves to fixing it. We must commit ourselves to doing what we can to reestablish that relationship and put it back into balance. And we must never shy away from the fact that that is our commitment, even though from time to time we may encounter hurdles as we go forward.
Watching Justice Sinclair speak, I was only reminded that he visited Sioux Lookout in May 2010, before the hearings actually were starting, and or the national gatherings, and so he was here, and what he talked about at that time was respect, and that respect works always. In that reconciliation is a two-way street. So I go back to that time that he visited here, and it was all about creating dialogue. And he came to Sioux Lookout at the invitation of the Sioux Lookout Coalition for Healing and Reconciliation, and at that time at the coalition here in Sioux Lookout, we were asking ourselves, what is it that we can do at the local level to complement the work of the Truth and Reconciliation Commission at the national level? And more importantly, the question then became, what is it that we can do at the local level again after the mandate of the Truth and Reconciliation Commission is over? And again, I can sum it up: communication. And how we communicate, well, that's the challenge that's up to every one of us.